Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where the veil between this world and the next grows thin, and the things that whisper in the dark are given voice. From the cryptic candlelit studios, deep in the Indiana forests, your host, Matt Wilson, and his spectral producer, Juniper Ravenwood, unearth the forbidden, the forgotten, and the fearsome. So, still your heart, dim the light, and listen closely. For once you tune into the Shadow Frequency, you may never tune out.
All right, let's see what the haunted file cabinet has cooked up for us tonight. Nope, not starting with that. That's the singing EVP doll again. Last time it wouldn't shut up 3 hours. And wow, a cracked pair of night vision goggles with something sticky on the lens. That's a hard pass, too.
Good call. Those haven't been right since the Mothman episode.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything that might still be blinking. Oh, come on, what is this? An empty wrapper for a 1-pound bag of M&Ms? Seriously?
Hey, that came from my sister for Christmas.
You're telling me you ate an entire pound of M&Ms in one shot?
Well, of course I did. That's why I didn't feel good for a whole day afterward. Totally worth it.
God, I should have known. The cabinet never forgets your bad decisions.
It's got a better memory than I do.
All right, let's see. Pushing past the cursed compass. Ignoring the jar label, do not open after midnight. And, here we go. This one feels heavy, like the ground itself doesn't want us looking inside.
That's never a good sign. What you got?
Episode 265, Beneath the Runways, the Denver Airport Conspiracy.
Oh, yeah. Underground bunkers, secret tunnels, apocalyptic murals, and that demon horse staring into your soul.
Blucifer never blinks, Matt. That alone should worry people.
So tonight we're digging into what might really be hiding under one of the busiest airports in America.
If the stories are true, we're talking secret government facilities, doomsday shelters, maybe even something not entirely human.
Strap in, turn down the lights, and keep one eye on the ceiling.
Because once you know what's beneath the runways, you'll never look at an airport the same way again.
I'm Matt Wilson.
And I'm Juniper Ravenwood. And this is the Shadow Frequency.
You are tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. Hosted by Matt Wilson. Produced by Juniper Ravenwood. With Chris Beach. The darkness continues.
Picture this. A massive airport rising out of the Colorado plains like a ghost from the mist. Its jagged roof mimicking snow-capped peaks that hide ancient secrets. We're talking Denver International Airport, folks. A place where the air hums with more than just jet engines. Whispers of doomsday prophecies painted on walls, demonic guardians with fiery eyes, and vast underground realms that stretched into the unknown. Tonight we plunge into the shadows of DIA, where every terminal might conceal a portal to something far darker. Matt, you ready to board this flight into the bizarre?
Oh, Juniper, you know I live for these Twilight Zone trips.
Mm-hmm.
We've got murals that chill the blood, symbols etched in stone that hint at hidden masters, and stories of buried worlds that make you question every layover. Buckle up, listeners. This one's going to take us deep below the surface.
Sounds like we're in for a wild ride. Over to you, Matt. Lead us into the abyss.
Thanks, Juniper, for digging into that dusty file cabinet and pulling out this gem of a case. All right, let's crack it open and see what crawls out. Denver International Airport, or DIA as the locals call it, isn't just a hub for flights, it's a vortex of the uncanny. A place where the veil between our world and something otherworldly feels paper thin. Opened in 1995, this sprawling beast sits on 53 square miles of high plains isolation. far from the city lights, as if it was built to keep prying eyes at bay. And from the moment ground was broken in 1989, the mysteries started piling up like delayed luggage. Let's start with the birth of this giant. Construction was a nightmare. Massive delays, cost ballooning from $1.7 billion to a staggering $4.8 billion. That's billions vanishing into thin air, or should I say, into the ground. The automated baggage system was the official scapegoat, a high-tech fiasco that mangled suitcases and never worked right, leading to its eventual scrapping in 2005. But whisper among the theorists and you'll hear a different tale. All that chaos was a smokescreen. While workers wrestled with malfunctioning conveyors above, something massive was being carved out below. Tunnels, chambers, entire hidden levels, 5 or more, some say, stretching miles under the runways. Rail systems snaking through the dark, ready for what? Emergency evacuations? Or something more sinister, like shuttling elites to safety while the world above burns? And speaking of burning, let's talk about those murals. Oh man, these things are straight out of a fever dream. Painted by artist Leo Tanguma, they dominate the Great Hall, massive panels that hit you like a gut punch. One side shows a world in flames, cities ablaze, forests charred, extinct animals lying lifeless, and children huddled in grief. A towering soldier in a gas mask wields a sword and machine gun, impaling a dove of peace while orphans weep over coffins. It's apocalyptic horror splashed across the walls. War, plague, environmental collapse. Then the flip side. Smiling kids from every nation, weapons hammered into plowshares, a reborn world of harmony. But why start with the doom? Is it a warning? A prophecy encoded for those who know how to read it? Travelers pause, staring, feeling that prickling on the back of their necks, like the art itself is watching them, whispering of a coming reckoning. Then there's the dedication plaque right there in the terminal like a riddle carved in granite. It bears the square and compass of the Freemasons, that ancient order shrouded in secrecy. And get this, it credits the New World Airport Commission. Ever heard of them? Neither has anyone else. They don't exist. Or do they? The date etched in stone, March 19th, 1994. But some see layers here, connections to a New World Order, a shadowy cabal pulling strings from the shadows. Floor markings nearby look like alien script or occult symbols. Navajo words, they say officially, but in the dim light they twist into something arcane, hinting at rituals or invocations buried in the airport's very foundation. Now imagine pulling up to the entrance and being greeted by Blucifer. That's what locals call the 32-foot blue Mustang statue rearing up with veins bulging, mane wild, and eyes glowing a hellish red in the night. This fiberglass behemoth installed in 2008 isn't just art, it's a sentinel. During its creation, a piece fell and killed the sculptor, Luis Jimenez, severing an artery in a freak accident. Cursed? Possessed? Travelers swear those crimson eyes follow them, piercing through the dark like a demon's gaze. And why blue? Some say it's the color of apocalypse, a harbinger echoing the 4 horsemen. Locals whisper it's guarding the gates to the underworld, warding off or inviting in forces from below. Diving deeper, those underground stories get even wilder. Eyewitnesses, former workers, midnight travelers speak of sealed doors humming with energy, endless corridors vanishing into blackness, zones off limits, even to staff. One claims to have glimpsed massive chambers stocked with supplies, rail cars gliding silently through the gloom. Another saw a graffiti of lizard people on tunnel walls, blurry figures that vanished like smoke. And the runways? From above, they twist into a swastika shape, a nod to dark histories or future tyrannies. Is DIA a command center in waiting, built for a global elite to hunker down while catastrophe unfolds? Tunnels allegedly linked to NORAD 90 miles away, impossible engineering feats hiding alien tech or hybrid experiments. The air down there feels heavy, charged, like stepping into a forgotten tomb where ancient entities stir. It's all connected, friends. The overruns, funding hidden builds, murals foretelling the plan, symbols summoning power, Blucifer standing watch. DIA isn't just an airport, it's a nexus, a thin spot in reality where the paranormal bleeds through. What if your next flight isn't to Chicago, but to dimensions unknown? Phew, that sends shivers down my spine just saying it out loud, like staring into an abyss that's staring back.
Absolutely chilling, Matt. Makes me rethink every airport I've ever been in. What's really under those floors?
Right. In the second half, we'll dig even deeper into the New World Order ties and those hushed eyewitness accounts. But first, let's take a breath. Back to you, Juniper.
Whoa, listeners, if you're feeling that eerie tingle like I am, you're not alone. We've uncovered the surface of DIA's dark underbelly, but there's more lurking in the depths. Command centers, cover-ups, and whispers from the shadows. What do you think? Is it all coincidence or something straight out of the paranormal playbook? Hang tight while we pause for a word here. Over to you, Chris.
Thanks, Juniper. And hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying the show, give us a like and subscribe. You can follow the Shadow Frequency on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, all the major podcast directories. Want more? Head over to shadowfrequencypodcast.com, where you'll find every episode, our brand new Shadow blog with companion articles, and our merch store with some eerie cool swag. Plus, we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a voicemail right on the site and let us know where you're listening from. We might feature your message in an upcoming episode. And if you'd like to support the show, you can even buy us a coffee. Every bit helps keep the shadows whispering. Back to you, Juniper.
Time to fire up the spectral cosmic message materializer. Flipping the switches now. Let's see what ethereal echoes it pulls from the void. Here's a peculiar transmission flickering through the ether.
Message retrieved from the void.
Time to crack it open and uncover the mysteries our listener has shared. All right. This one's got that perfect late night vibe straight from the heart of Texas. Listen up.
All right.
It says, hey, Shadow Frequency team, my name is Tom R., and I'm writing to you from a small town just outside Austin, Texas. I've been hooked on your podcast for about 6 months now, and I honestly can't get enough of it. I usually listen late at night around 11 p.m. or midnight after the house has finally gone quiet. I'll grab a cold Scheider Bock from the fridge, slip out on the back porch with my Bluetooth speaker, and just sit there under the stars while y'all dive into the weirdest stuff. Out here, the sky is huge and dark, and on clear nights, you can see the Milky Way stretching overhead. It's the perfect backdrop for your episodes. Something the coyotes start howling in the distance, right, as you're talking about cryptids. And it gives me chills every single time. I stream the show on Spotify. It's just the easiest for me since it's already on my phone and syncs with my truck stereo, too. Though the daytime drives don't hit quite the same as those porch sessions. My absolute favorite topics are the deep dive cryptid episodes, Bigfoot, Skinwalkers, the Goat Man, all of it. And anything involving government cover-ups or black budget projects. One I listened to had me pausing every 10 minutes just to stare at the sky and wonder what's really up there. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks for putting out such great content. You guys make the Texas nights a lot more interesting. Keep peering through the static. Tom R. Right. Tom, that sounds like the ultimate setup. Stars, beer, coyotes howling in sync with our cryptid tales. Pure magic, or maybe a bit of synchronicity from the shadows. Love hearing how the show amps up those Texas nights. Keep those messages coming, folks. You can drop us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, back to the mysteries of DIA. Over to you, Matt.
You are tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. The darkness continues.
Thanks, Juniper, and shout out to Tom for that atmospheric share. Nothing beats a starry night dive into the unknown. Picking up where we left off, we're tunneling deeper into DIA's enigma, where the threads weave into something grander, more ominous. If the murals and symbols are clues, then the real puzzle points to DIA as a New World Order command center, a fortress for the elite in a post-apocalypse world. Theorists connect the dots. That Freemason plaque isn't just decor, it's a declaration. the New World Airport Commission as a front for Illuminati overlords planning a global reset. Those doomsday paintings? Not art, but a visual manifesto. War and ruin giving way to a unified, controlled utopia under one government. And Blucifer? Not merely a statue, but a symbol of conquest, the blue steed of revelation, eyes burning with otherworldly fire. Eyewitness whispers add fuel to the fire. Former construction crews talk of stumbling into restricted zones, vast halls echoing with unseen machinery. One worker claimed to see lizard-like figures in the tunnels, shapeshifters perhaps, guardians of alien alliances. Travelers report odd vibrations underfoot, like massive generators humming below, powering secret labs or hybrid experiments. Security zones that aren't on any map, sealed vaults stocked for doomsday. And those gargoyles in baggage claim? Perched on suitcases, leering with stone grins, protective spirits or demonic watchers ensuring no one strays too close to the truth? Even a temporary Anubis statue, god of the underworld, loomed 22 feet tall in 2010, as if invoking ancient rites amid the terminals. Lately, the airport's leaning into lore, almost mockingly. Exhibits like Conspiracy Theories Uncovered with props and videos, a talking gargoyle quipping about Illuminati headquarters, posters joking about building gargoyle breeding grounds or Freemason halls during renovations. Is it clever marketing, drawing crowds with the creepy, or a sly normalization hiding truths in plain sight? By embracing the rumors, they dilute them, making the impossible seem playful. But dig beneath that and the unease lingers. Why build such a remote mega-hub if not for dual purposes? The swastika runways, alien script on floors, whispers say it's code for extraterrestrial packs, all aligning for a takeover. Now, here's something to chew on. Amid all this shadow play, let's pause for a rational breath. Officially, the underground is just baggage tunnels and maintenance. Practical, not paranormal. The murals? Artist intent was hope after horror, not prophecy. Plaques' New World nods to a symphony, not sinister plots. Blucifer's eyes honor a neon legacy, not demonic forces. Construction woes? Typical bureaucracy, not cover for bunkers. It's easy to see patterns in the chaos, but sometimes a delayed airport is just a delayed airport. Still, that doesn't erase the chill. Why do the legends persist if there's nothing there? Wrapping this up, DIA stands as a modern enigma, a concrete labyrinth where flights depart and mysteries arrive. Whether it's a gateway to bunkers, aliens, or just overactive imaginations, one thing's certain. Next time you're there, glance at those murals. Feel Blucifer's stare and wonder what's really beneath the runways. The shadows hold their secrets tight. Leaves you unsettled, doesn't it? Like the airport's alive, pulsing with hidden energies.
Totally, Matt. Part of me wants to book a ticket just to feel that vibe, but the skeptic in me says it's all hype.
Hype or horror, it's one for the ages. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Until next time, keep watching the skies and the floors. Over to Juniper.
What a descent into the depths tonight. DIA's conspiracies have us all glancing over our shoulders at the nearest airport. From apocalyptic art to underground whispers, it's a reminder that the ordinary can hide the extraordinary. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey. If you've got your own tales from the shadows, hit us up at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com and check out shadowfrequencypodcast.com for more. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, and of course all the major podcast directories. We'll be back soon with another plunge into the paranormal. Don't miss it. Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Sleep tight, listeners. Or don't. The shadows are waiting.
Until next time, keep the frequency tuned to the unknown. Good night.
This episode was conjured with a solemn vow to explore the unexplained while remaining bound to the truths that have been unearthed. All interpretations are speculative. and offered only for your enlightenment and your entertainment.